This tutorial is about the basic functions of Shopping Cart Elite's support desk. The first thing you have to do is to go to Store Management, Configuration Settings, Back Office, choose the support desk. When you then click New Board. Under the new board, you have to give it a name. Let's call ours Customer Service. There's an optional field called Departments, but the typical small business will not need this one. Then we have two tabs, Tasks and Employees. So let's add a task, and we can call this particular task Order Problems. You can call it anything you like. We could add a second task if we wanted, for example, and this one might be Supplier Issues. Add as many tasks or as few as you need. Once you have the tasks, then you will go to the Employee tab. The Employee tab, we can add an employee, and if you click in the empty box, it will list your employees. Since there's two employees here, we'll select Admin, and over here it says Task Assigner. We'll click that. Then we can add an additional employee, and we'll pick Rachel. Right. Now we have tasks and we have employees, and we can save. If you had to come back and make any modifications, you can modify the board with tasks or with employees. One thing on the employee list, somebody must be assigned for the task assigner. This is the individual that can assign tasks to other people. And then we'll save. Once you have created a board and opened and closed tickets on it, and you can come back to the board information, and it will show you the number of tasks, employees, open tickets, and closed tickets. Now let's take a look at actually creating some tickets. We would go to General and then select Support Desk. Here's a simple support desk with search criteria in the top half and actual tickets in the bottom. Let's open up one of the tickets and see what it consists of. Here's a sample ticket. It uses our service board, a customer service. There's a service task. If you recall, we had order problems or supplier issues. A source of the ticket, and you have several choices here. There's a customer impact, which is a measure of how important the customer feels that particular problem is. And then there's a priority, and the priority is how you're going to assign the task within your support desk. And these two priorities do not have to be the same. For example, this one's showstopper, but we could make it a high priority if we wanted. Then the status. Status can be new, reopen, in progress, review, canceled, resolved, and once everything's completed, you can delete it. Over here is a summary about what that particular issue is. And over here, you can attach information about the customer who opened it, and you can actually attach information about the order that created the problem. Down here, you can put in notes, you can add details, information about employees. You can make attachments, follow-up notes, orders, and you can view a history log of what has happened with this particular ticket. Now we'll close this ticket and we'll open up a brand new one. Let's put in a summary here. For example, let's assume that an order was abandoned partway through. And we'll create a new ticket. Service board, customer service, service task, there was an order problem. It came in by phone. It could have been web or manual. Customer impact is kind of high. They don't like what happened. And we can say from a priority standpoint, it's a medium priority for us. For customer information, we can go back and do a search, or we can attach information. For example, this will save time by attaching, and we know that the customer's name, for example, is Samson. We'll search. Here's a customer, and we can select it. We can now see that information's been extracted from the customer record. Another nice optional feature is to attach information about the order. For example, we can go to Orders, Attach Order, do a search. Let's say the initial order was number 167. We'll search for it. Double check that was the one with the issue. And if that's correct, we would then select it. Now we've created the basic ticket with a summary, who the customer is, what the order is. We can notice it's pending because it was abandoned. And we'll save that information. Now, one thing we did not do is assign the ticket. And we can say, yes, we're going to be responsible. Or we can say no. Now, here's our brand new ticket with a brief summary. You can open up any of these fields. Now, one of the nice features is you can come into any of the tickets. For example, right-click, and we can immediately change the assignment. We can change the status, the priority. We can highlight it in particular colors, the work priority. We can attach one ticket to another ticket. We can change a service board or the individual tasks. Close, lock it if we don't want anyone else to use it. If we had a whole list of different open tickets, then we would come up here and use our search criteria to find which ones we need. For example, we have a showstopper, a medium, and a low. Before we do this, let's do one more save. And we're interested in only the medium tickets. And those are displayed here. So after you have tickets, come in, make any modifications necessary, change the assignments, and when you're all set to update, you can use a quick pop-up list and make any necessary modifications.